Welcome back. We are cutting across to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's roadshow in Madhya Pradesh. This is in Bina, where he will be laying the foundation stone for the Bina refinery and also 10 new industrial projects in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Remember, Madhya Pradesh goes into polls. Later in the day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also scheduled to address a public rally in the Raigad district of the poll-bound Chhattisgarh. So it is MP in Chhattisgarh where Prime Minister is going to be visiting. In Chhattisgarh, he will be dedicating rail projects. The rail sector projects are worth around 6,350 crore rupees. My colleague Payal Mehta is joining us on the broadcast. Payal, right now, Prime Minister in Bina, he's had an action-packed day. In fact, this entire week after the G20 summit really culminated, we'd seen what had happened yesterday in the national capital. And today, straight into the poll mode. Since yesterday, he is an MP. He'll be heading to Chhattisgarh. Just take us through his itinerary.
Well, the Prime Minister, in fact, is going to be poll-bound as far as the states of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh are concerned. And he has a chock-a-block schedule. On the scene, what we can see is that he is, in fact, acknowledging the crowd who has come here. Alongside with him is B.D. Sharma, who is, of course, the state president of the state of Madhya Pradesh. And alongside him is also Shivraj Singh Chouhan as well. So the Prime Minister acknowledging the crowd before he starts his public meeting. He's also taking a lot of development forth. You know, all that Narendra Modi has always been saying is that this is a double-engine growth sarkar, and that's the reason he talks about Vikas, and he also talks about Vishwas as well. So politically, Vishwas is what they're talking about, and Vikas is what the development projects are going to be. So obviously, it's a sort of a campaign that the Prime Minister has really launched over there. It's probably his 8th visit in the last couple of months. I think the state of Madhya Pradesh as well. Chhattisgarh is also a very, very important state because the BJP lost both these states in the last 2018 elections, and since then they've been trying to make inroads. Of course, Madhya Pradesh is a different game altogether. Given the fact that Jyotiradittya Scindia was able to take a defection and the BJP was able to form a government, but Chhattisgarh is a difficult state for them given the fact that Bhupesh Baghel is looking at co-incumbency. But the BJP knows the importance of these Hindi belt states, and that's the reason they're using the biggest stage, the biggest star campaign, and that is Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Right, Payal, since you mentioned about the state of Madhya Pradesh, one important aspect that we are seeing vis-a-vis the opposition, especially the Congress party, is how they are also launching a soft Hindutva push for especially the state of Madhya Pradesh, and that has been sort of the history of the Congress when it is about these specific states. How's the BJP planning on countering all of that and the anti-incumbency that you've rightly spoken about?
Well, as far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned, obviously the Ladli Behna scheme that the Madhya Pradesh government recently launched, they are hoping is going to reap huge benefits, given in the fact of the importance of women and women votes in these Hindi poll-bound states as well. Having said that, yes, Kamal Nath is also a very tough. He's also a very tough fighter. He's a tough contester. He's been somebody who's been a chief minister of the state in the past as well, and the Congress party has decided to come together as a unit, and probably that's one of the reasons you've seen Digvijay Singh and the other contenders, you know, who have been in the fray, rally behind very strongly as far as Kamal Nath is concerned. But yes, the BJP will be countering this whole argument over the Sanatan Dharma that has taken forth, and with the Congress party has itself not really come out and condemned what Udayanithi Stalin has really said. That is something which the BJP is likely to encash, and the BJP is also likely to encash, saying that on one front where the Congress party is mute on issues like this, on the other front when it comes to elections, then you see the leaders like Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Rahul Gandhi go out and go on a temple spree as well. So obviously these are the attacks that you can expect. But the Sanatan Dharma debate is something which is going to really dominate as far as this poll election is concerned, and I won't be surprised if the Prime Minister also makes a mention of this and questions the silence of the Congress party when he speaks in the public today.
Right, and also about Chhattisgarh, Payal, it also becomes a very crucial state that the BJP lost to the Congress party the last time around. What are the specific details other than these developmental projects that the Prime Minister is going to be inaugurating both in the state of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh? Specifically about the latter, what more can you tell our viewers?
Well, as far as Chhattisgarh is concerned, like I said, that it was an election that the BJP lost very badly, and their organization structure was in a disarray, and that's one of the reasons, you know, they had announced 39 seats in Chhattisgarh, which is of course a 90-seat assembly as well, and in the coming 2 days, they will be doing an election committee meeting for that and possibly announcing the remaining of the seats very soon as well. The BJP does understand that yes, it is a pro-incumbency as far as Bhupesh Baghel is concerned. He has been about the masses. And that is one of the reasons the sitting member of parliament, Vijay Baghel, has been pitted against Bhupesh Baghel. and Bhupesh Baghel did lose to him in an earlier election, so the BJP is quite aware of that. So BJP is likely to pitch saying that this is a government which has controlled the Naxal movement and has taken stern action against the Naxal movement, and that's something which they will be able to ensure because Chhattisgarh is a very, very sensitive state in that respect as well. And obviously, they will be highlighting the differences between between the Congress leadership, whether it is
Yes.
Mr. Dio and of course Bhupesh Baghel, and also be speaking about a scam. The BJP highlighted the scams of the Chhattisgarh government, and Amit Shah himself had presented a report card of the misgovernance of Chhattisgarh in his last visit.
Right, Payal, thank you so much for all of those details. Let me also take this across to our colleague Arun Dhanta, who's also with us on the broadcast. Arun, you were part of the grand welcome that Prime Minister Narendra Modi received at the BJP headquarters yesterday in the national capital. There was a poll plant meeting. All of this that we are seeing today, his itinerary in the poll-bound states of MP and Chhattisgarh were, I believe, also discussed there, along with the candidates that will be announced for the MP elections. Just take our viewers through a lowdown of that.
Well, that's right, Griha. Yesterday we saw, grand welcome of Prime Minister Modi by Delhi BJP workers, and then of course the CEC meeting. Now this time around, if you see, BJP has deployed a completely different strategy altogether. We had seen even in the past that how BJP gave tickets, how their CEC meetings were happened, but this time around, way before the announcement of the dates by Election Commission, BJP has already swung into action. They have in fact already declared 39 candidates for Madhya Pradesh and 21 candidates for Chhattisgarh. So, this is because of the result which they got in Himachal Pradesh and Karnataka. They have learned a lesson from it, and therefore they want to give ample time to those candidates who will be contesting on the party's ticket to hit the ground, to campaign on the ground. And therefore, in fact, Prime Minister Modi, himself hitting the ground today. He is in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. He will be laying the foundation of various projects in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. And in fact, there will be a small roadshow as well there in Chhattisgarh as well. Because yesterday when that CC happened, it was earlier planned of both Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. Then it was decided that the CC will only discuss the Madhya Pradesh candidates because all the Chhattisgarh leaders had to flown back to Chhattisgarh to prepare for Prime Minister Modi's roadshow and other programs there. So in coming weeks, perhaps we'll see the list of Chhattisgarh candidates. But now focus is on Madhya Pradesh. Yesterday, the CC discussed around 35 to 40 names, which has been finalized. And today, any moment, we can expect that list will be coming out from the BJP's side. And Prime Minister Modi, this month itself, making sure that he visits 2-3 times to Madhya Pradesh, because not only today we are told that he will be visiting on 25th of September when that conclusion of Bharatiya Janata Party's Jan Ashirwad Yatra will happen in Madhya Pradesh. So Prime Minister Modi will be addressing a huge rally there on 25th, and also we're given to understand that on around 18th or 19th this month again Prime Minister Modi may visit Madhya Pradesh to inaugurate the Mahakal corridor, which is not confirmed yet, but state leadership is planning in that way. So we are seeing that not only these ticket distribution very early, but also the top leaders of BJP are hitting the ground and campaigning there in both all the poll-bound states.
Right, Arun, thank you so much for all of those details. So we have cut across to these live visuals where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is finally arrived at the stage in Madhya Pradesh in Bina. Remember, he is all set to lay the foundation stone for projects that are worth over 50,000 crores in Madhya Pradesh alone, and other set of projects which are worth over 6,350 crores in Chhattisgarh. We are cutting across to these live visuals coming in from Bina. Remember, there is going to be an inauguration of the Bina refinery. We will take a look at all of that.